The greatest Real Madrid player for each and every squad number. Let's go. So at number 1, a very prestigious number and a goalkeeper number, which means there are no outfield players to wear this number. The best goalkeeper in Real Madrid's history, Iker Casillas. He came from the academy. Iker Casillas deserves praises. He deserves respect. And arguably, when you think about Real Madrid, the first player that comes to your mind is Iker Casillas. Number 2, I think time has passed enough for us to say that Carval is the greatest Real Madrid number 2 in history. 5 UCLs. And this guy could add a 6th UCL to his trophy cabinet. When we speak about number 3, you can argue for Pepe, but I'm choosing Roberto Carlos. This guy was playing with the Galacticos. You would always be intrigued by what he's doing on the pitch. That guy, the way he moved, the way he would take free kicks, his left foot is a lot of players' dream of a left foot like that. Number 4, so let's be honest here. Number 4, who else but Sergio Ramos? A truly a Real Madrid legend. He is everything that the Real Madrid player is supposed to be. He played for the badge. He did whatever it took for Real Madrid to win. Of course, he used to get a lot of rare cards, which that's what comes with when you get Sergio Ramos into your team. Number 5, this one is a super interesting one, and I was being a bit cheeky there with putting Bellingham on the cover of the thumbnail, but let's be honest, Jude Bellingham has done nothing to deserve to even have a spot in the number 5s of the greatest number 5s, I'm saying. This is Zizou, Zinedine Zidane, a Ballon d'Or winner, World Cup winner. He won a Champions League with Real Madrid, not to mention his manager status with Real Madrid. He won about, I believe, 5 Champions Leagues with Real Madrid as a player and as a manager. Number 6, with number 6, we can go for a whole bunch of names. We can go for Nacho. In my opinion, and what the history books will tell you, Fernando Redondo. You probably don't even know this guy. This guy was pre and during the Galactico era. He was forced out of Real Madrid. But my goodness, go and watch. Like right now, go to any YouTube video of Fernando Redondo. Go look at his highlights. I don't think you will ever see a player move on the ball in today's day and age like Fernando Redondo. That guy was just, he was next level. Number 7, this one is what you've been waiting for. Raul Gonzalez. We could put Raul Gonzalez there because before a certain player came into the equation, I would have chosen Raul Gonzalez. But let's just be honest. One of the greats, literally this guy, we can actually say he is the greatest of all time. Greatest number 7, greatest Real Madrid goal scorer, big game player. He won 5 Champions Leagues, 4 Champions Leagues with Real Madrid. Bro, this guy's legacy speaks for itself. Cristiano Ronaldo. It was an obvious one. You saw it on the thumbnail. It's Cristiano. So with number 8, this one is also a very obvious one. Toni Kroos. Kroos has been playing for Real Madrid for about 10 years, delivering 4 Champions Leagues for Real Madrid. Toni Kroos, let's just be honest. Nobody passes the ball like him. Nobody controls the ball like him. No one can play in tight spaces like him. But number 9, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking Benzema. But, bro, this would be extremely disrespectful if I don't say that it's Di Stefano. Yes, I've never watched Di Stefano in my life. But come on, bro. It's Di Stefano. Super Ballon d'Or winner. Bro, who that is even still living has won a Super Ballon d'Or? Come on, bro. It's Di Stefano. Like, next. Number 10. Real Madrid have had a lot of good number 10s. We have Luis Figo, Luka Modric. But then again, Puskas. That's it. I'm just going to say Puskas one time. You know who he is. You know his legacy. I'm not going to argue this. Number 10 belongs to Puskas. With number 11, I'm going to be biased on this one. Of course, there were many great number 11s back in the time. But I'm choosing Gareth Bale just due to my own memories and pure nostalgia. When Gareth Bale was at Real Madrid, this guy delivered some of the best moments of many Real Madrid fans' lives. His goals in the Champions League finals, multiple Champions League finals. His goals in the Copa del Rey, Gareth Bale. Greatest number 11. In my opinion, you can have a different one, but I choose Gareth Bale. With number 12, it has to be super obvious by now. It's the legendary Marcelo. Unplayable. Unplayable. This guy, put him with Roberto Carlos. I choose Marcelo. Greatest left back that I've ever witnessed. Greatest Real Madrid number 12. 5 UCL titles. Okay, so number 13, this one I actually had to do some research here. It's number 13 is not a very prestigious number. It's usually the second choice goalkeeper's shirt. But the research I've done, I've chosen Paco Bullo. I don't know how to say his name, but he's the greatest number 13 according to history. Number 14, there are actually multiple options I can go for. It's Casemiro, then there's Xabi Alonso, then there's Guti Hernandez. And what I might say might be very controversial and you might disagree. But out of Guti, Xabi Alonso and Casemiro, I'm choosing Casemiro. Listen, great, all-time great in my opinion. 5 UCLs with Real Madrid. I choose Casemiro as greatest number 14 in the Real Madrid's history. With number 15, this might also be a controversial one, but I've seen enough. Personally, I've seen enough. I'm going with Valverde. Sure, 25, he's done nothing yet. He's only won 1 UCL, 1 Copa del Rey, and 2 La Liga trophies if I'm not mistaken. Valverde, I think, this is a prediction, I think he will become a future captain. I think he will become the greatest number 15. And therefore I'm sticking with Valverde for this one. Because of my belief in this player and where I think his career will go. Okay, for number 16, I also had to do research for this one because I don't remember any number 16s. Matter of fact, Real Madrid have not had a player wear the number 16 since Odriozola, and he didn't feature once. So this is not a very popular number, but I've gone for Paco Llorente, the father of Marcus Llorente, who is an Atletico player. Paco Llorente, he wasn't a regular apparently, but they say he's one of the greatest number 16s. Number 17, we're going with Lucas Coach Keslak. Who you going to argue? Okay, that was just pure jokes or below. Do I even have to argue it? He was also a right back. I thought number 16 was difficult. Number 18, there are no greats who wore this number. And therefore, from my memory, this is just a player who I want to put on this list. I couldn't put him for number 6. You heard it. It's natural. He was a number 18 in his earlier years with Real Madrid. I'm choosing him just because I want to put him here. When he was a number 18, he was not good. To be honest, he was just a youngster. But I'm choosing him just because I want to. Number 19. This is also a player who I wanted to put here. This is Luka Modric. He was the number 19 back in his earlier days with Real Madrid. He changed it eventually to number 10. But I'm choosing Luka Modric. Number 20. This one we can go for many names. We can go for either Asensio or Vinny Jr. And I'm choosing, honestly, Vinny Jr. The guy's legacy. And when he wore this number, he was so young. It's crazy. This guy was 19 and he was legendary with this number. And it ultimately led to him having to take the number 7 because he was just too good for number 20. For 21, seeing as there are not many great players who wore this number, I'm going with Solari. And I say Solari, Santiago Solari. I say him because he was one of the great left backs of Real Madrid. Yes, he had a bad stint as a manager. He did bring out the best out of many of the youngsters when he was coach of Real Madrid, but it wasn't enough. But I'm choosing him for number 21. For 22, I'm choosing Isco. The guy's just too legendary not to put him here, so I'm going with Isco. Number 23, I'm going with David Beckham because number 23, do we even have great number 23s? This is often a very fringe number, fringe player number, and I'm going with David Beckham for 23. With 24, Claudio Makelele, we have to put him there. Like, who else? Arda Güler? No, we have to put Makelele, of course, I didn't watch him when he was at Real Madrid. I know he had a great legacy with Real Madrid and with Chelsea. He was eventually forced out of the club, but that doesn't change anything. With number 25, a goalkeeper's number, I'm going with Diego Lopez. I think he was one of the best. He was giving Casillas a run for his money. I'm going with Diego Lopez. But if you enjoyed, smash like, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell because it's super important for if you want to see these videos when they eventually drop. But peace.